I'm Sharon Simone. I'm 76 years old, living in Los Angeles, California. I'm a 5-year pancreatic cancer survivor. I was visiting my daughters in Connecticut and I got really sick. Excruciating pain and rhythmic cramping in my belly and a lot of nausea. They did a CAT scan that showed that there was a tumor, I think maybe about 3 centimeters on my pancreas. And then the next morning they did an endoscopy and it gave them enough information that I could go to Yale and have a pancreatic resection. I did not have the Whipple procedure. They really did think that I was one of the lucky ones, that it may not have even been metastatic. But I actually had a lot of pain right after, and it was the same pain that had brought me to the hospital. 5 weeks later, when it did not relent, I got in an ambulance and said something is very wrong. I think I have a bowel obstruction, which I did. So I had a second surgery. And that's when the surgeon said that my whole belly was full of cancer. They call it pancreatic carcinomatosis. It was just riddled with it. And he said I had 2 months to live. And I remember visiting this house here where we're filming. You know, of course, I'm 3,000 miles away. And I went inside the house in my internal vision. I walked around. I looked at everything that I loved, particularly the paintings I love. I have a lot of writing, a lot of journals. And I remember saying, I can let that go. I can let that go. And then I saw myself walking outside this house here and closing the door and believing I probably would never return. That was okay. What was not okay is leaving my husband and my children. I finally did all those second opinions that they recommend. The doctor that I selected, Dr. Barry Boyd at Greenwich Hospital, was a colleague of Dr. Allison Ocean who helped found Let's Win PC. And I had seen her with a second opinion, and she said, well, you do have a BRCA positive gene, which I do. I'm BRCA1 positive. She said, myself and my mentor from California have worked up a protocol. Maybe your cancer would be amenable to that. At that moment, I decided I'm going to find out if Dr. Boyd is willing to collaborate and give me that, not the gold standard. I told him about the surgeon and he said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. A person should never tell you how many months you have to live because in fact we don't know. And he said, how do we know you're not one of the outliers? I said, I don't know. And in that moment I decided, I don't know if I'm going to live or die, but I am going to decide that I don't know. I don't know, and I'm going to live every day. And I think that made all the difference for me. For me, the most rewarding part of this journey is my family. I have 5 living children, a bunch of grandkids, and while I was ill, I felt loved, I felt supported. So I think family and close friends and the sense of community. I live in community. For anyone who has pancreatic cancer, the most important thing is to have a sense of purpose and meaning, that you are not your disease, but you really are a person who was born to this life, and you have family, you have people that care. One easily takes for granted that the next day and the next day and the next day is going to be available to you. I realized what a gift life is. There's not a day that goes by that I don't acknowledge that.